So we're at part 2, or the continuation. One of the two is going to happen. And we are installing the ARB air compressor with the KRAKEN inflation system. We spent a couple hours on part 1, which will probably go down to 10 minutes. That's what it looks real simple on their videos, but I'm pretty sure that they did multiple videos to make it look that way. We're showing you the painful process. So where we're at now is electrical tape over the connectors. Put a connector on that one ground wire and a little bit on that. Now we're going to hook the ground up first using a 10 millimeter. There is a ground connector inside the Jeep. Wanted to be careful because I had other wires hooked to it. I didn't want them to fall out while I was doing that. Now, if you don't pull the fuses out of this cable, I would definitely not be hooking up the battery. But I pulled the fuses out, so I'm not worried about any electrical shock or anything. I'll be doing the hot wire. Yeah, I'm going to try this little socket I got from Christmas. Has all these little metal things in here, which is really cool. I don't know how strong this is going to be, so I probably wouldn't do an impact on it, but you can do anything up to 3/4 of an inch or 19 millimeters. And these little things just circle around anything that you attach it to. Position like that. Okay, so we'll leave this right there for right now because we gotta get the fuses in. This wire doesn't go to it. This one actually goes to our winch. Next, I'm gonna go under here and see how that's gonna work. I need to feed that through the floorboard here. Take that one out. And I got my speaker under there and everything for my CB. Gave my wife a little bag she can play with the last video we did. We are going to need to undo the bolts to the seat. Need to do on all 4 of them. Some Jeeps are different, so mine are external. You want to pull this seat up and get the back ones. I'm going to put these in my little cup holder so they don't disappear. My wife will make note of that. And we're going to pick the seat up and move it back. Now there is a cable under here. And you know it's not going to be easy because that's just the way things are. Okay, my seat heater cable won't come out. I unclipped it, it just won't budge. But I did pull the drain plug out. This is what we're going to use to feed the wire through. So we're going to cut one of these little slots out to feed the wire through it. Always cut away from your fingers, of course. I think the way Epic shows it, they have a really sharp knife because they went just right through it and they were done. So I think theirs was pre-cut. We got this cut out for the cable. I'm going to stick this back down there. Now we need to get a couple zip ties and start feeding the cable up through the floorboard and zip tie the cables around that. So obviously I'm going to be under the Jeep. Okay, we have the wire fed. The seats lifted, carpets lifted, French rice pulled out. So we got I went ahead and zip tied the carpet up here to the handle. That way it's out of my way. No sense of taking it off. Next thing we're going to do is feed. Going to put your setup that you've been working on in here. You want to kind of line it up with the seat holes because that's what's going to hold it down. And that's where it's going to be, right there. So next thing we're going to do is feed the wire through a little rubber piece and get that put away so we can put our wire attachments back on here. Going to put these wires back in. I am going to double check and make sure that we got them in right. After a well-needed coffee break, we can sit here and talk, have a coffee chat. So we got that to go through. What we're going to do next is re-plug the wires in, and I found the wire set up on their paperwork that I did not receive, so I guess that's on the internet somewhere. So we want to make sure that when you plug the wires back in to this little guy, this one's facing up. It's red, red, black, black, black. And it looks like they all pretty much stayed intact. Yeah, looks like we got it. Stick them all like back in there. Top's facing up. And we want to put our little clip holder in there. Separate the wires. Clip that back on. And I think how we're going to run this is under here. There we go. Then you plug it in. And we can zip tie, so there's no movement with a longer zip tie, of course. And I think that's the heater. That's going to blow right on there, but that's how it's made. And this guy here, in order for that to stay down, I have some RV sealant tape. Just put it right over here. That way too, if you're going through water, it won't leak. You can use duct tape if you want. I'd rather have it not leak on me. Then I'll get yelled at because my wife's feet will get wet. Even though she does like videotaping ducks. I don't think she wants to be one. That looks pretty good. Okay. And I think before I go putting the seat back down and bolting everything up, I think we're going to test this guy out. That way we don't have to turn around and do it again. But then I'll have to hook the other side up, because the other side will have this hooked to the seat as well. And it comes with the hose that will come through underneath the seats and connect to this as well. That way you have air on both sides. And if you're not going to use one side, only use the other side. They come with these little plugs. You can just plug it in here and air won't leak. Okay. Yeah, more coffee, man. My wife makes the best coffee. So you ever see us out camping, hit us up. Yeah, she's gonna hate me. Anyway, I hooked the fuses back in. Obviously, you don't need me to show you how to do that. We're gonna flick the switch and see what we got. We got air. At least we got power. Now I feel the air coming out. So now we need to go on the other side, hook up that side, as well as put our seat back down and carpet back down to tidy it back up and secure this. Okay, we went to the driver's side and we got to hook up the driver's side air system. So we got to take the first bolt out, only one bolt. This side's kind of easy. We're going to hook that under there. But first I'm going to snap the hose in. And you're going to feed that hose across to the other side. Just want to kind of lift the seat up a little. Right there. You don't have to do all the bolts. You can if you want. Maybe a few less cuts that way. And that side's done. Just like that. Put your seat thing back on and tire thumper for protection. Probably not going to fit there now. That should be okay. But we're good. After more coffee, we got that side coming over. Now we need to find I'm going to hook the hose up after we put the seat back in because it's facing that way. So it'd be a lot easier that way. So we're going to put the seat back down. Tidy everything up. Okay, we put the carpet down and lined it back up and everything. Now we're going to put our seat back down with hopefully not scratching anything. Hook up that one wire. Looks like where she goes. Just make sure. Okay, there we go to the back. I didn't do anything. This is what it looks like at the back. And that's with the seat all the way forward. seats back in. I'm back. I want to make sure that one's really hard to get to, so I want to make sure that wasn't going to be a problem there. Now we're going to go back here, and all we got to do left is hook the one hose up to the extra T-bar, and we're done. We got KRAKEN. So I'll do that. You can't get in here with me. So after we clean our mess up, got extra wires, extra stuff. A lot of people just throw them away. I put them in a big old box for the next time. And until next time, subscribe. Don't save, but subscribe. Ring the bell, and like us if you feel the pity to do that. Anyway, ain't over yet. Till next time, adios.